Okay guys, today we are going to be checking out the Commander expansion for Star Wars Legion. If you can't guess who it is, I brought a couple hints here. We've got this fellow and this droid, Cassian and K2, that's right. We're going to be opening the Cassian Andor and K2SO pack in honor of the new Andor show. So let's waste no time. Let's stick these guys in the corner to hang out with us. We're going to open this box and see what Cassian has in store for us. Now he is a Commander expansion for the Rebel faction of Star Wars Legion. Inside the box here, we're going to get K2 and Cassian right here on sprues, the command dials, this nice booklet here that I believe this was released still when they would have the assembly instructions in the pack and not just online. You see K2 here's got a couple options here. He can have a comm link in this hand. He can be shooting with his gun straight out with Jin's blaster, or just have his arm down here. I'd imagine I'm going to be doing the blaster here and probably the comm unit. And then Cassian here has a couple configurations here. I think he has 3. You can see A, B, and C. He's got his blaster. I don't really see a difference between these two. Blaster, then his sniper configuration. Okay, so he's got a compact blaster, or his CFE pistol, or a CFE sniper. And then one hand for the pistols, another hand to come around for the blaster. So I don't know which one I'm going to do with him. I kind of like the look of that pistol, but man, bigger guns are always nice. This is going to give you some new rules here. We'll go over that in a little bit, but the big one is danger sense, I would say. And we're going to get some tokens with this as well. So, like I said, I'm just going to brush through quickly with the cards that come in the pack. I'm not going to go detailed in every single one. I just want to give you guys an overview of what you get in here. So, we're going to get K2 and Cassian's command dials and stuff here. Some extra wound tokens and all that. Immobilized tokens. K2's got a special token there. And a proof of purchase. That's fancy. We're just going to leave those right there. Let's take a look at the cards. We're going to start with the unit cards. Cassian. He's going to come with 6 health. He's got a courage of 2. Surge to hit and surge to dodge. The big thing here is danger sense 3. I like that. Basically, when you have suppression tokens, you can choose to, I can't remember the exact wording here. Let's pull it out. I don't want to tell you guys the wrong thing. You may choose not to remove your suppression tokens while defending. Roll 1 extra defense die for each suppression token you have, up to 3 extra die. So he can keep suppression on, but give himself a lot more dodging ability. Loadout, when you deploy, you can swap any of your equipped upgrades with your set-aside upgrades. He's got Marksman and Tactical 1. He's got a little melee damage there you can do with 2 red die, but he's got his Covert Blaster at range 1 and 2 with 2 whites and a red and Pierce 1. Now let's take a look at K2SO. Now he's a detachment of Cassian, so you have to have Cassian to come with him. He's got teamwork with him too. But his cool thing here is calculate odds. Choose a friendly trooper unit at range 1 and in line of sight. It gains 1 aim, 1 dodge, and 1 suppression token. And that teamwork Cassian basically means whenever Cassian gets a token, K2 also gets a token. So these calculate odds are going to pretty much only be used on Cassian. That way Cassian and K2 each turn can get an aim, a dodge, and a suppression token, which with his danger sense can be beneficial. He's got armor 1 and he's incognito, so basically enemy units beyond range 1 can't even attack him unless he's already attacked or he's already kind of claimed an objective. So we can kind of get behind enemy lines, and as long as he's not too close, he can't be the target of attacks. Let's look at our command cards here. We're going to get 3 for Cassian and 1 for K2. We'll get to him last. Crack Shot. It says 1 pip. He gains Gunslinger and 1 aim token. At the end of his activation, he can gain a suppression token, and he gains a standby token. So just a little bit of everything right there. Last Stand, Cassian and a Trooper. When Cassian Andor issues an order to one of those types of units, he gains Indomitable. He gains 1 aim, 1 dodge, or suppression. For each wound token, that unit has up to 3, which I believe those tokens would also give K2 those tokens as well. His 3 pip is Volunteer Mission, Cassian and 2 Trooper units, which I believe both of these guys are Troopers. Yeah, Droid Trooper and Trooper. When Cassian Andor issues an order to one of those units, that unit recovers, gains Danger Sense 1, his ability, and can gain a suppression token. So they can use that Danger Sense automatically, basically. And then we get the unique K2 unit here, Sacrifice. It is K2's command card, 3 pips. You get Cassian and K2 activated with this, or given orders with this. He gains Guardian 4. At the end of his activation, you may choose another friendly one of those units at range 1 and in line of sight, aka probably Cassian. If you do, defeat K2SO, and enemy units cannot perform ranged attacks against that chosen unit till the end of the round. So he can sacrifice himself to basically save a commander or an operative. Cassian being a commander right there. Let's take a quick look at some of the upgrades. So we can see Cassian here. You get 2 training, a gear, and a weapon right there, which with his loadout, you can have multiples of each. So basically you're going to have, where's it at? Oh, sorry, it's a double-sided card. You've got his pistol right here, his A280 pistol. It's got at range 1 to 2, long shot 1, reconfigure, so when you recover you can flip the card to his sniper config, which does not have a limit on his range. It's 1 red and 1 black. It's cumbersome, so you can't use the weapon and move during the same activation, but it has high velocity, so units can't spend dodge tokens, and then it also has Pierce 1 and reconfigure, so you can just move that back and forth on Cassian. Now K2's weapon is actually Jin's blaster, just from the movie when she hands it to him. You could put it on Jin too if you wanted to, but we're going to put it on K2 obviously since we have him here. It gets a bunch of whites there, range 1 and 2. It's got suppressive, so not the best, but better than just not having a weapon at all or only having melee right there. We get an offensive push, Hunter, which is nice because you're going to be attacking wounded troopers, I'm sure, and gaining aim, so you can reroll for this sniper. And duck and cover, gain a suppression token to help activate that danger sense to keep him from getting wounds. Overwatch, so he has a longer standby range. You get expert climber, so you can get up into a sniper position quickly. Recon intel to get a little boost on your first turn to get into a good position, and then HQ uplink, so you can give a command to yourself because you're probably going to be further away from your commander or your other commander. So that's a quick overview. If you haven't already played with Cassian, he's obviously made to be a sniper. A lot of the times he'll isolate himself. K2 will go with him. They'll overlook part of the map, maybe overlook an objective or a choke point, and just snipe people, have those suppression tokens on him, at least a couple, so he basically gets a ton of dodge tokens and can't be hit. And then he constantly gets a bunch of tokens because of K2SO's ability. And if enemy troopers are closing in, K2 can sacrifice himself to give Cassian a little more turn on the playing field. But that's it for Cassian and K2. I just wanted to do a quick overview of this for you guys. We love Legion here on the channel, so look forward to us playing a bunch of Legion. I'm a terrible painter, but I will do my best to assemble and paint these guys. Rogue One's one of my favorite movies, so when this pack was announced, I knew instantly I was going to buy this. Probably going to buy Gen 2 as well, and all the Rogue One crew, probably build a Scarif map. I'm all in on Rogue One. But since the Cassian Andor show is out, I thought it would be appropriate to review his pack once again. And maybe we'll get to K2SO in the show. I don't know. We've only had a few episodes out so far, but I would love to see some more K2SO. But until then, you guys go build some armies and go play some games.